What's up, Transformers fans? Welcome to Week 8 of Moonbase 84's year-long celebration, celebrating 40 years of Grimlock and the Dinobots. And today I'm checking out Slapper from the 2002 Dinobot subline in Transformers Armada. But as always, before we do check him out, if you could hit that like button, subscribe, and all that jazz, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so let's take a closer look at Slapper. So the cool thing about Slapper is that we don't really get a lot of Ankylosauruses in the Transformers line for Dinobots. Most recently, of course, we've had the Core Class Scar for Volcanicus, and then, of course, his remold for the Dino King set. But yeah, so that's really cool getting a dino when we get dinos that we don't typically get as much. So that's awesome. That being said, I do like Slapper here, but he is with some problems that I don't like so much. He is a repaint of, I believe, Beast Wars Neo Bazooka. And then in the 2002 Dinobot line, he joined, of course, the Dinobot faction as Slapper. Correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe he was Bazooka in Neo. And we're going to take a closer look, and to make sure you know he is an Autobot / Dinobot, there's that nice Autobot symbol, nice and crisply painted, I guess you say. And the sculpt on him is really nice. You got a lot of nice like armor textures all in gray, with the red spikes and legs. You get a little goldish bronze on the tail, his club tail. And then, of course, some more red spikes on the head, a little hit of yellow for the eyes. His mouth does open. It's got like a spring-loaded gimmick. I think there's a gimmick to him. I forget where. It's been a while. Or I could be wrong. But anyway, his mouth does open. Now, the thing that's weird about him, one of the things that I don't like is that, as you can tell here, he's kind of like pre-posed in a certain position instead of like, you know, straight and linear like most Beast Formers and Dinobots. And I think it's cool that they went and did that, but at the same time it kind of stinks that you can't just get him straight. And my brain wants to constantly straighten all of this out, which of course you can't. I mean, you can with the head because due to transformation, but then that doesn't look right. And speaking of that, we'll just do articulation for his Ankylo mode. He does rotate, as you see I've been doing. His legs swivel, they're on little balls. Swivel here, and also because of that kind of pre-posed way he is, this leg here is kind of awkward. My brain wants to constantly swing it and straighten it out, but you really can't. So that's kind of weird. And his tail doesn't articulate at all. I mean, it's cool that at the time they went for something different, but at the same time, I wish they didn't, because I'd rather have him straight. It doesn't make me hate the figure, but it's something to point out. And his underbelly, you can see there's the robot torso with another Autobot symbol, but we'll take a closer look at that in robot mode, which is what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to get him transformed up off camera, and I'll be right back to check out robot mode. So here's Slapper in robot mode, and as you can see, what was revealed now in robot mode is more of the red, playing off some more of the gray with some hits of gold. And there's some nice details in his robot mode that we didn't see, except for when I flipped him to see his underneath. But essentially, his robot mode is all tucked in underneath the top shell of the Ankylo mode. And then you just basically unfold him. He does have some shell hanging off of him, which is typical of Beast Formers at the time and to some degree today. And that is just what it is. Either you like it, don't mind it, or you hate it. Me, I don't mind it. I love Beast Formers. I like Beast Formers, so I just come to accept that's what they were. And that's what they can be. Sometimes, you know, can it be frustrating? Yes, very frustrating. But that's just the nature of the beast, to use a pun intended. The slapper here, it's okay. It does get in the way, and of course it can be a little ugly at times. You got this big honking half section of his Ankylo mode on the side. I think of it as a shield slash bazooka, to use a name, to use his original name, with that his club piece. And we'll take a closer look. We've got the Ankylo head for one hand, and then you've got a traditional hand, regular hand there. You can see some of that nice detail, some plating on the legs, but with some texture, harkening back to his beast mode. Same on the arms, if the camera doesn't glare it out too bad. And then you got some nice gold texture there, head sculpt. You got that red and gold, the yellow eyes, once again, just like in Ankylo mode. And I like how the dome of his head is reminiscent of an Ankylosaurus. So that is pretty cool. Autobot badge right there, and the little crystal chamber thing. I never know what they call those. And the gray feet. In the back, more, of course, of his Ankylo shell, a little hollow there. I wish there was a way to incorporate this off his arms more to hide that. I wonder. Well, this is on a ball, this whole section. So maybe that kind of gets stuck. I was trying to. Oh, wait. No. Maybe. I thought you could finagle. Oh, well, there you go. You can hide it like that to hide the gap. The one thing about the shell is you can position both of the shells in different directions, however you choose. Actually, that's not too bad in a way. That way it's not just hanging off his forearm like this one. Hey, I kind of like that. Oops, if he is. I kind of like that. So maybe that's how I will keep him from now on. It's cool doing these reviews because sometimes you find things to do with your toys that you didn't really realize before, especially when you haven't messed with them in a little while. Articulation, like I said, the shell can move around in position, so you can move it however you so choose. His head does swivel, and it does look back a little. His arms are all on ball joints, ball here, so you get the range here, swivel at the elbow. No waist. His hand, I guess, it just folds in hinges because of articulation. His leg kicks up, again, ball joint. Crashes because I like this like plating on his thigh, again reminiscent of the Ankylo, that he is, but it does crash, so you can't really split too much, but it does rotate a little on that ball. And it rotates at the knee because another ball. Of course, we know that Beast Wars era toys are where the ball joints came into play. His knee does bend past 90, and then you can get some foot action that way, and then his heel spur that way, but no rocker or anything. And having him that way makes him a little back heavy, I would think. Well, he was fine until I started messing with him. Stay. There we go. And then he also comes with one accessory besides everything he's wearing. And that's this little red piece here, and that can be used as either a gun or an axe, and you can plug that into his regular hand as so, and that fits nicely. And again, you can use it as an axe weapon like so. So I think maybe I like him kind of with the axe weapon because, as I say, the shield, this can be a shield but also a gun. The only thing is, well, does it articulate? I can't remember. No, it felt like it was moving, but it was this piece. It can be a gun, but it's going to shoot off to there. So yeah, not too bad of a dino mode. Like I said at the beginning, there are a little bit of nitpicky issues. So yeah, pretty cool. Now for comparisons, I'm going to wait because I do plan throughout the year to do the whole 2002 Dinobot subline set. And when I do the last one that I'm going to do, that's when I'm going to compare them all together so we can see how they all look together. So overall, what do I think of the 2002 Dinobot subline slapper? I did mention my gripes, and I really wish, I think if he was just in a linear straight pose, I would have liked that much better. Robot mode isn't too bad. Of course, he's got honking shells hanging off of him. It was cool, you know, you can place that there, but you still have this. To me, not a deal breaker when you look at the context, within the context of the time that this was made. There was a lot of shell forming back then. It got worse and worse, especially with Beast Wars Neo stuff, like Break. Everybody knows about Break and things like that. And even ones that are considered really good, like Big Convoy. A lot of shells. So, yes, I'll say it again. The shells on Beast Formers from that era can be frustrating. And I know it's not for some people. For me, yes, they are frustrating, but you know, I still love most of the Beast era toys because I love just the Beast era in general. Some, I will admit, I absolutely hate messing with it because it's just too much. Slapper's not too bad. So yeah, I think he's pretty cool. I'm happy to have him in the collection because these 2002 Dinobots are not cheap. So it's good that I have them before someday they go up in price, maybe even more. With that being said, comment and tell me what you think about Slapper here. And as always, thanks for docking.